We'll be continuing our investigation of principles of format and presentation. And let's see how Principle 9 and 10 are proposed by Nation and McAllister in their book Language Curriculum Design, and what's their application to design an efficient language course. Okay. First, Principle 9 is all about, integrative motivation, to design, to teach in a way which could be motivating for the learners. It's a bit lengthy quote, but interesting to see, to read it. The course should be presented so that the learners have the most favorable attitudes to the language, users of the language, use of the language, the teacher's skill in teaching the language, and their chances of success in learning the language. So what overall this principle implies is language learning is very much influenced by some effective factors. Effective factors, have been described, entailing the element of anxiety, or to what extent learners are motivated. So it's very much the role of teacher to integrate activities which are interesting and which are motivating for the learners, right? And obviously if the activities are boring, or if they are less interesting, students might develop sort of negative attitude towards language learning. So the whole point here is, language syllabus or a program should be formatted and presented in a way which contains activities which are meaningful, interesting, and useful, right? Okay. And Nation and McAllister, they, draw our attention towards what's the role of teachers in creating motivational environment. Of course, if the teacher is sort of employing a bit, repeated style, so it might influence, motivational level of the students. So, in a sense, this principle entails, how motivation plays its roles in terms of facilitating language learning. Okay. And we've got Principle 10, which is about, learning style. So there should be opportunity for learners, to work with the learning material in ways that most suit their individual learning style. Obviously, learners come with different needs, necessities, wants, and requirements. So they have their own unique learning styles. As you might remember, I've been emphasizing this point from time to time throughout this course, that language learners should be seen as heterogeneous group. I mean, having differing personalities, different notions of language learning, and different interests about language learning, right? So this principle underlies the significance of learning styles. So the whole point here is we as language planners should should devise program in a way which is inclusive, which embraces individual differences, right? And which is in fact flexible enough to allow each individual learner to participate, right? Okay. And this element, this principle, highlights the importance of collaborative learning. And we can plan a language program which has a spirit of collaborative, instead of accepting individual differences, instead of learning which could create some rifts or conflicts between learners. So this is how overall these two principles highlight the importance of formatting and presenting materials in a language program to ignite the motivation level of the students, and also, to introduce the materials in a way which could, give a flexible chance of participation to all types of learners coming from different ethnic backgrounds or nationalities or cultures.